In the early hours of August 24th, 2020, a man was found laying out in a neighborhood yard down South Gain Street in Little Rock. The man had been stabbed several times. The victim was 64-year-old Larry McChristian. Hey guys, Jordy with Dark Cabin Theories here. Let's take a look at a still active serial killer in Little Rock, known as the Little Rock Slasher. Larry was staying with his daughter for the time being. Now, an ambulance had taken him to the emergency room a few days prior to his demise, for reasons not really stated. The emergency room, after treating Larry, could not get a hold of his daughter, so he had no ride home. They would give him a bus token and send him on his way. Now, his daughter, having no clue where he was, would file a missing persons report. Larry, although we don't know how he ended up on Gain Street, we do know this, that after the slasher stabbed him to death, he returned to the body after leaving and started stabbing him even more. Now, why would the slasher return? We may never know that, but we know that he did return for a fact because of security cameras across the street and an eyewitness testimony. Now, the police identified Larry with his ER discharge papers that were still on his person. Almost a month later, on September 23rd of 2020, a body would be discovered on the front porch of an abandoned house. The victim was 62-year-old Jeff Welch, who went by the name Old School. He was using the abandoned house as a shelter. The third victim would be a 43-year-old woman. Her name is Deborah Walker. She would be stabbed more than 15 times. As she was rushed to the local hospital, she would give a brief description of the slasher, saying he was a black man. That is the only thing she remembered. Now, thankfully, Deborah did survive the attack. Now, the very next day, police would find a man stabbed to death on an overpass. The man's name was Marlon Franklin, prompting police to release this message to the public.
Hello, I'm Keith Humphrey, Police Chief of the Little Rock Police Department. Part of my duties are to work to acquire and maintain a consistent level of safety in our community. To date, there have been 22 homicides in 2021. Regrettably, that is part of what I want to inform you of today. I also want to inform you of a known threat to our community. In early April of 2021, our communications department received a call of a cutting in progress. We responded. The victim in this case lived and spoke with detectives about the experience. Days later, we investigated a homicide where a lifeless body was found on Wright Avenue. Detectives took information from those two cases and compared them to two homicides from 6 months ago and noticed similarities in all four cases. It was determined then that these incidents could possibly be connected based off the evidence in each case. Therefore, a need to notify the public exists. Without compromising these investigations, I can say for certain that these incidents happened in the Midtown area. They also occurred between the hours of 1 a.m. and 4 a.m. Those who were walking in the area were randomly attacked. Here's what we know. The common suspect in these incidents is possibly an adult male, slender build. In the incident with the survivor, the suspect was described as a black male. Here's what we've already done. Our department has informed the at-risk population in these areas. We have begun working with our community partners, and we also are working to ensure that there is an awareness of this specific threat. I have put additional uniformed and plainclothes officers in the area and increased patrols. We have requested and received the assistance of the Federal Bureau of Investigations, and they are currently assisting us in these investigations. We have no evidence that these incidents are connected with another part of the state, despite claims on social media. Let me be clear. We will do everything possible to arrest this suspect and protect our city. We also need your help. If you have seen anything suspicious or have surveillance cameras on your homes or businesses in this area, please contact us at 501-371-4636 or email us at asklrpd@littlerock.gov. If you provide information that leads to the arrest and conviction of this suspect, you could be eligible for a reward up to $20,000.
Now, the Little Rock slasher has been dormant for the last 2, almost 3 years. Where did he go? What do you think? Comment down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and thank you for watching.